I'm back again and I'm laid back. Incubator got me waiting on the jukes check. In my hood, still denying me a stage.
Alright, welcome to another episode of RepYourKasi, the show that documents cool people and tells you exactly what cool things that they're doing. Today I am chilling with Dala fam and Agatha. Agatha, do you have a stage name?
No. Strictly Agatha.
Just Agatha Kubai. Yeah, keep it in there. Nah, I like it. Do you know my real name, my rap shit? Jolo T's, Joe Biden on do you listen to Slaughterhouse?
I heard of Slaughterhouse, but I've never paid attention to them.
Alright. So your real name, your rap shit, your real name, your design shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me do, these boring as intros that we always have to go to, even though people already know these guys. Dala fam is a dope musician, rapper, representing for what Kasi you rapping?
From H2O. Let's just call it H2O. It's actually waterval, which is waterfall.
Yeah.
So it's H2O.
H2O.
Sure.
I like that.
Definitely.
And you are from Guyana.
Yeah. 026.
0826. GY.
Yeah.
There's a lot of GY people that are, but I'm from GY, so that makes sense,
Yeah.
But let's get into. I don't know if you know where to start, gents, but I want to start with him, right? Because my brother today hit me up and said, yo, he was watching some designs, right? So Agatha, I've known Agatha my whole life, like ever since he was a kid, because he grew up with my little brother. Today I found out that he's designing shoes, and actually went to school for it. I thought that was a dope story because I do not think that a lot of kids from where we come from would be brave enough for them to say that that's what they're going to devote their attention to, as serious as it is. So at this point, I just want to give Agatha, tell people what you're doing and why it's dope.
It's the name Agatha Kubai.
Yeah.
0826 Guyana.
Speak a little louder, please, bro.
0826 Guyana.
Yeah.
So ever since I was a kid, it was like I've always been into sneakers. I've been into sneakers. I grew up with a brother, so my brother taught me a lot about.
Say your brother's name, bro.
Tapelo Kubai.
Yeah.
So when you're growing up with a brother like that, it's like he's into hip hop, was a rapper.
Yeah.
So I could understand hip hop language, hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And hip hop artists always had nice sneakers.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, sneakers. That's what I'm gonna do, because that's one thing that I couldn't rap. So I was like, okay, I like a lot of sneakers.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. Not everybody can spit bars.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna take my own path, do sneakers. The crazy thing is that before I got to Pretoria, I didn't know that I wanted to be a sneaker designer. I just wanted to do business.
Do you feel like maybe it's because it wasn't really there where you're from?
Yeah, I wasn't.
You don't really see people doing that. Yeah.
But even though I got to high school and couldn't afford some sneakers, so I had to just customize my own pair, make them look like some off-white sneakers. Started from there, and then I got to Pretoria 2019. Was walking down the street, bumped into a homie. His name is Tato.
Yeah.
As soon as I met him, he had a little studio, right? So got in the studio, I saw a whole lot of sneakers on the wall. I was like, I felt like I didn't have it, right? Because there were so many sneakers, iconic sneakers. Foam pod sets, Air Force Ones, Jordan Ones, everything was there. I was like, okay, cool, this is cool. Then I got to ask him, what's this about? It's this design academy, SDA, Sneaker Design Academy. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's Aishi Samate.
Yeah.
Aishi Samate is sneaker documentary that used to play on SABC One. Menzi Mteto was the creator of SDA. So I used to watch the show, right?
Yeah.
And when I met Tato, he told me he's part of Aishi Samate. I was like, okay, this is going somewhere. I then jumped on the design academy, did my course, graduated.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
We celebrate excellence on RepYourKasi.
Yeah, stay in school. Gotta stay in school because it's the important part. Because if I didn't go to like design academy, I wouldn't understand like, the concept of shoes, shoe technology.
But how was the chat with your parents though to go do design?
I feel like I've been blessed because my parents, ever since I was a kid, they could understand that I love sneakers, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as I told them that I found a place where they can teach me how to make sneakers, I was like, okay, you can go ahead and do it.
They paid attention. They were paying attention to you.
So it was like an opportunity for me, and then it wasn't really like a tough conversation with them. You know, they just let me do my thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm here today.
Either way, man. You know, that's pretty dope. I think it's very important for like, especially because what I want to expose is basically that there's like alternate employment opportunities for everybody, especially if you're a creative. You can always create. You just need a little bit more attention, a little bit more support than the people that from the people that are actually backing your life to become a success, right? So yeah, I feel you. But now the Grotman situations, I think maybe with him it's probably like, do you feel like your parents would ever pay for you to go to music school or? Yeah.
That's a long story.
Tell us, we're here to talk about it.
Actually, when he said he's blessed that his parents understand, that actually hit me hard.
Yeah.
Because me growing up where I'm from, like there's not really a lot of artists and stuff like that. Only now recently we have Shoma Josie. And she made it big, you understand? So for me to convince my parents that this is what I want to do, it was difficult because my parents they are the system, the education system, because both of them were teachers, you understand?
Yeah.
So they would encourage me like, no, study, do this, do that.
Go do accounting.
You understand?
Yeah.
I did IT, bro.
Yeah.
Like software development, but I ended up dropping out to change courses, and that was tough.
Yeah.
Because it was hard for them to understand that I want to make music. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. This is what I'm talented in. This is what I want to do. So it was difficult for me to convince them that, you know what, this is what I want to do, and I can actually make a success out of this. So that was hard, man. Like him saying that the parents understand, like that's a blessing. Yeah. Because my parents didn't understand. My parents are the
You had to show them also.
I had to show them, and it was tough because when I dropped out of IT, I went to study sound engineering, and I only recently got employment last year. But right now, for me having that, it proves something to them. I did what I did, music-wise, without the education. But I figured, you know what, let me just take the education route and study this professionally, so that if I say I'm making music, I know I'm doing it professionally. So it took a lot for me to prove to them that this is what I do, this is who I am, and this is what I'm born to do, you understand? So that was quite difficult. But I'm glad that now everything is okay. You know, they're happy.
And you're Dala fam at the end of the day.
True.
I mean, you got your, in persevering to become what you needed to show. You also created a brand that, you know, I think I respect first of all, and I think a whole lot of other people respect. So, but then I feel like we jumped because of his story. We jumped to where now you get challenged with like but then I want you to talk about like where like, especially like after you said that Vaterfall, like H2O, H2O.
It's H2O.
Yeah. You not really like see a lot of artists or maybe there are artists, but you don't really see them actually doing these things. You know what I mean? Like, they're probably gonna like be a lot of kids writing verses in their own room. But where do you get like, this is what I'm gonna do from here, and you know, the confidence for you to become that from the beginning of you starting to rap?
Well, the confidence was in the fact that nobody believed that that's possible. That's where my confidence was in. Because funny story is that I'll tell you that before Shoma Josie blew up, bro, there's 2 songs that she did by my studio.
For real?
Yeah. And I don't want to take credit for that because Before I'm an artist, I'm a sound engineer. That's my profession. I'm not a rapper by profession. By profession, I'm a sound engineer. I went to school to study that.
Sound engineering.
That's what I do. You understand? So I did that. She pulled up for a session one time at the studio and we worked. You know, did 2 songs, of which I was in charge of the mixing and the mastering and stuff like that. You understand? So the point that I'm trying to say is that when people don't believe that you can do something, it actually makes you want to prove a point to them. But fortunately enough, I met this lady, Kuto Teledi. She's with YFM, and she told me, she's like, dude, you know what? I love your confidence and I love everything that you're doing, but don't do this for the people. Do it to prove it to yourself. Never do something to prove to the people.
To people,
So you understand? So that's my journey all along. Like I've wanted to prove to people that I can do this. You know, I understand that I'm from I wouldn't say a village, say a township somewhere in Limpopo where people probably don't even know where it is. But that gave me the confidence to actually push that, you know what, one day I want people to talk about my hood, where I'm from. So for me, that's literally where all that started, and that's what built the confidence that I have that, you know what, I need to do this because we need to prove a point that there's Motswako. There were people like Double HP, Kolichana. Then Casper came up. You understand?
Like
there was Kanda Rap. Like from back then, Kid X and them used to push that. Then KO came through with something different, and he escalated Kanda Rap. You understand? So
I just playing K over today. You listen to K over.
I have.
That's big in
I have.
Yeah.
I have. So you understand, for me, that's where the confidence was built, that, you know what, we have such people representing their mother tongue. That's Motswako. There's some people representing their mother tongue. There's Kanda Rap. Right now there's vendor rap and there's rap. You understand? So that's where I started, like, hey, you know what, I need to do this for my culture. Not necessarily for myself, but I want Tsonga rap to be a thing. See how Double HP made Motswako famous? And he's not even Tswana. He wasn't even Tswana.
Double HP is not Tswana?
No, bro. Double HP is a foreigner.
Really?
Yeah.
From where?
Mozambique, somewhere that side. But he's definitely not Tswana. He's not from here. A lot of people don't know that. But I was shook. Like, this guy was able to take this language and make it popular. And he did make it popular. You understand?
Shit, that's
so
like
it gave me that confidence, like, you know what, Jabba can do this. Like, why can't I do this? He's not even Tswana to begin with. So, you know, it's just one of those people that grew up in, say, maybe I'm from
I know a homie like Tashinga.
You understand?
Tashinga, but then he's like one of the homies that were rapping in Guyana. Tashinga's Tonga, bruh.
Tash,
Tash, you know what I mean? Because of, do you feel like that's the type of, like, somebody grew up here and then kind of just...
we will accept them as one of us. But the fact that if they are not like one of us by bloodline, but they still do something for us. Like
Tash is one of us.
That's inspiration. That's inspirational, bro. So for me, that was my drive. Like, you know what, I can do this. I need to believe in myself. I can definitely do this. Doesn't matter what people say where I'm from. I can do this, and I need to do this. That's what built my confidence. Like, you know what, I need to do the impossible. Especially from my neighborhood. There was no famous rapper from that side. No famous producers. Nothing. People didn't even know that place existed. You understand? So, like, that's what we need to do, man. So, and that was my mission, and that's where the focus started for me. That, you know what, I need to represent where I'm from, and I need to do it to the best of my ability. Doesn't matter what it takes. I need to do that. That's what built the confidence booster for me.
So would you like, I don't know, I just want to like just break off of what he's talking about, especially with like representing. Like when you were showing me your sneakers, and you know you did like a South African flag, you know, one that you did with like Hulk. For you, I think maybe, and you could like correct me if I'm wrong here, like the whole idea of representation is mostly like just personality other than where you're from, right? Like how do you wrap that around? Like what are you representing with the designs, and what's the idea behind it?
Okay, basically, so my story, like okay, first of all, sneakers, bro. So when you wear sneakers, you gotta look fresh, right? Look clean, swag, looking always nice, 100%.
Yeah.
So it's like when I started designing sneakers, like what type of shoe would I wanna wear? You know?
Yeah.
What do I think is cool?
Yeah.
What do I think people don't know? You know, like stuff that's not on the market. Can go to sports scene, total sport. You can't get those.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna make my own sneakers then.
Like from the ground up.
From the ground
I feel like we didn't touch on that you're not only designing them, you are actually stitching up these sneakers for you to wear. Which is why it's dope, you know what I mean?
That's actually dope.
Yeah, like he's not just painting shoes or
actually makes
he's ripping like a sole off of one shoe and attach it to something else.
That's actually dope.
Yeah.
So the story behind that was like I was on YouTube, right? I feel like YouTube is like YouTube should be like the new school, right? Because you get a lot of education, right? A lot of education that you can't get in school. So I watched the video on YouTube. The guy was sewing shoes. I was like, okay.
That's how you learned?
Yeah, that's how I learned.
Really?
Love YouTube. Like YouTube is like the future. YouTube is the future.
They were never ready for this generation.
Yeah, like YouTube is the future.
Yeah.
Just go on YouTube, search what you wanna do.
Yeah.
It's gonna pop up, and then take it from there. So like I saw a homie stitching some shoes. I was like, okay, I think I can get those materials. Went to town. I was still in Guyana though. I went back. Was school holidays. I went back. Went to town. Bumped into like some people selling like threads. Right. I was like, okay, bought the threads, and I didn't have a needle to pierce like the sole and to stitch, right? So I was like, I started asking around, what can I get like a needle?
Whose shoes did you experiment with first? Yours?
Yeah, my shoes. My shoes. I had like a pair of MX 90s.
You cut up MXs?
I cut them up, bro.
How did your mom feel about that, bro?
Crazy thing about the shoes, I got them from a homie.
You got it from your homie?
Yeah, a homie had like a pair of MXs. I was like, dog, you don't wear any shoes anymore. Bring them over here. Let me try to do something with them. Gave me the shoes, tear them up, took the sole, because like the air technology, right, makes the foot feel comfortable. So I was like, okay, I need that. I put it in, and I took a pair of Adidas Superstars, stitched the two together. And then the rest was history, bro. The rest was history.
I forgot that. So yesterday, I don't know when we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop this probably in like 2 weeks. But you guys were at Capello. Dala fam was there to turn up, but you were doing something, and I think that's also like a dope part that I think people need to know about what you're doing. So what is popping at Capello's?
Yeah, so Capello, we my team, right? I'm part of like a team. SDA, Sneaker Design Academy.
Sneaker Design Academy, SDA,
Yeah, so was a team. My lecturer, Menzin Tetwa, was like, okay, let's have an exhibition at like Capello, right? Had an exhibition of like custom shoes. We had like custom pair of Supergas, custom Air Forces. Everything was just on display, right? But the main thing of like, the event was like a pair of Jordan 1s that like Esther Matlango designed, like not designed but like customized, right? Esther Matlango, if you don't know, she's like a world-renowned artist, really world-renowned artist. She painted a Rolls Royce. You
know right now, because when you said it at first, it didn't really click. And then I remember now the name is like, because I remember the Rolls Royce also, it had like at the bottom there it was written Esther Matlango, I remember,
So yesterday we like displaying a pair of Jordan 1s that she worked on, and the story behind those shoes is crazy. It's crazy. I don't think I'm allowed to like say the price on like a platform.
You don't have to if you
but like the shoes were really expensive, bro. Because it's like a one-of-one piece. Nike doesn't have.
But I don't know. Don't you want to know the price, bro? Are you allowed? Are you sure that?
If it's not allowed, I understand. But if it's the ones that were in this,
in the this section,
box,
you saw them also.
You know, they had those glasses that they have on jewelry.
Showcase.
You know? I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that shit.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, but I don't think you should say the price. You'll tell me off camera. Yeah.
So like it's like basically what we're doing yesterday, launching those shoes. Yeah, it's just an event, educating people about sneaker culture.
Yeah,
telling them more about like sneakers, you know.
Yeah, is there like a lot to say about sneaker culture, like that people necessarily would need to know in order?
There's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot to hear.
Yeah,
like people buying like sneakers on Instagram. Like you can't be buying a pair of Jordans on Instagram unless if it's like a registered retailer, like a Sportsy, you know, your Total Sports. That's where you can buy the shoes on Instagram. Because like most of the shoes that you get on Instagram are counterfeits, right?
Yeah.
I see a lot of people wearing Bread Jordan 1s. Bread Jordan 1s, the last time they dropped was like 2019.
Yeah.
And people just like 2020, right? 2021. People are still rocking them. I'm like, you can't.
People are still buying them.
Yeah, people still buying them. Like you can't be buying like
they're not on the shelves anymore.
They're not on the shelves, and crazy thing.
You see, you guys, you're buying things.
Yeah, the crazy thing is like
didn't even know. Yeah.
Like let's say I have an original pair, right? I bought them for like 2.5. If I had to sell them the shoes to you right now, the original pair, probably around 8,000 because resale. Because the shoe is exclusive.
Yeah.
It's that exclusive. So I have to take the price up, and you can't really get them because they dropped a long time ago.
Oh, I feel
So when you see a pair of Jordan 1s for like 1.5 on Instagram, it's a red flag.
Can you tell if like a shoe is fake? If I show you, I got some South Indian Pumas.
You can kind of tell.
I want you to look at them. You know what I mean? So
you can kind of tell if you if you've seen the real pair before.
Yeah.
Because like the leather, right? The patent leather on the shoes. Some leather looks too shiny. And the other leather is like...
You can tell off of that, like, it's a little bit too shiny,
materials,
bro. Just look at your shoe and be like, no, man.
No.
Like, that one is shining too much. That one, it's not the one.
The crazy thing is like, they lose shape, right?
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of people wearing Air Force Ones that look a little bit deformed. Those are not real.
Yeah. Apparently, if you fold them, like, and they touch, like the sole and the heel, I mean, the toe and the heel, can touch. If you fold it, then it's definitely not the one.
Because the air technology on the sole is like, it's crazy, bro. You can't really flip it like this.
Yeah.
It's so strong. And crazy thing about the Air Force Pay is like the design behind an Air Force shoe, right? It's based on like the United States president aeroplane.
Which one? Oh, the Air Force One. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Started from there, and like if you go into detail with the shoe, it's a basketball shoe, right? So the sole of the shoe has like curved lines, so that when you're playing ball and then you move your foot to the left and move your foot to the right, it creates like a grip.
I did not know that.
You know, that's the crazy
thing.
That's the crazy thing about like Air Force One. That's why they're so comfortable. They were like the first basketball shoes that Nike made that had like air technology. Air Jordan 1 is like air technology. MX is like air technology. Yeah. So that's like.
But you know, I like that. Besides you just going to school for it, like this is working out for you so well. Like, you know, being involved with not even if you were not like directly involved with it, but then if your story has Estamata Mashango in it, you know, you gotta believe that, you know, you're probably doing this for something and it's important, you know. Dala Fam, you know what I mean? I don't know if you like talking about it, but Dala Fam was actually part of like 14 rappers, I think 14 or something, that were selected to, well, not selected, you guys like send songs or...
Yo, bro.
Yeah, but let me just do this intro real quick.
That's a long story.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I don't know if you know about it, but you should, that there was a Slicker incubator.
Okay.
Where Slicker took rappers and, you know, just did what labels are supposed to do for rappers, yes. And the one video that they shot was his video, and it's that song I Fambi, which apparently he does not like anymore. So I would like to find
anymore.
Oh, he never liked it.
I never liked it.
But tell us what popped there. Like, how do you touch Slicker, you know, tap and then get a tap from Slicker and that machine, and how it was working Well, just tell us what popped there, man. Like basically, yeah.
Okay, yeah, actually, right. So the Slicker On Life Incubator was there even before I knew about it.
Really? Was it not just 2017? Huh?
Yeah, it was 2017. And I don't know if I should say fortunately or unfortunately, the album was already done.
Your
By
album?
the time I met Slicker. No, the Incubator.
Oh, yeah.
It was already done.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
there was this KFC soundbite thing. I don't know if you know about it.
I remember, yeah.
But there was KFC soundbite, and I was I think it was about 5,000 people, if I'm not mistaken, who uploaded their songs, and I was in the top 10. So Slicker
Is it
On Life,
iFam?
yeah, with iFam.
Yeah.
And funny thing with iFam is it's not my song. It's
Really?
actually the producer's song, DJ Hoopstar.
Yeah.
So he sent me the beat and I recorded it. I'm like, nah, bruh, I'll give you the song. It's yours. Just feature me on the song.
Oh, yeah.
I won't make it my song. But when we ended up meeting with Slicker, it's like, no, the incubators for artists, not producers.
Not producers. So
they
the
asked
song
to
has to be
change
yours.
the
Oh, yeah.
song to be mine.
Oh, yeah.
And hence I'm saying I never liked that song. That's
Yeah.
why I gave it to that nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't like that song.
Yeah.
But people loved it.
Yeah.
So with the incubator, what happened was it was already there, right? So with this whole KFC thing, they were providing opportunities for artists. So KFC called me to come through and shoot a promotional video for the song because we were in the top 10 out of like 5,000 people. So they called me through, and the sessions were at the Slicker On Life offices. That's where I met Slicker.
Oh, okay.
It was via KFC soundbite. So I got there and we had to shoot a performance, and he actually loved my performance to a point whereby I was like, no, soundbite is actually hosting an event. They had I think it was Rick, Rouge, I don't remember who else was there, but the first official KFC soundbite event. So he invited me. He's like, dude, you know what? I've never seen anyone perform the way that you do. You're not afraid. You got here. You were sitting by yourself the whole time, not talking to anybody. But the moment you started performing,
It's come alive.
You changed.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like, no, I'd love you to come through. So they booked me for that event, and I went. So after that performance, I was the only one that performed twice in that event.
Oh, yeah. They brought you back like encore vibes.
Yeah, they had people like it was around the time of Vuso Haso. There was Mli, there was Flex Rabanyana.
Flex, yeah.
Like you know,
Yeah.
there was also this what's this lady's name? Ruby Gold. I'm not sure if you know her. But
Is it also on that?
She's a famous house vocalist.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we had people like that. I came up there and I did a performance to a point whereby the crowd started cheering that I should perform again. We're all supposed to just.
So you see, the iFam is the head though, like, you know what I mean?
I understand people think that, but for me, it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did that, and then I performed, and then after that performance, that's when Slicker approached me and he's like, you know what, I have this project that I was working on. It's already complete, it's done, but you have a different sound. I've never heard this type of sound before, and I'd love to have you there. So that's how I got to
get into Incubator.
Yeah, but it was already done. The album was done. You just saw my performance and was like, nah, I need to add this guy over there. So that's what happened with the Incubator. That's how I met Slicker, and I ended up being in the Incubator. So we pushed, man, like we worked, like he called us over. There was some guys in Cape Town, somewhere in Durban, like, so he put all of us together, and he actually paid for everything, bro, like our traveling expenses. We got there, we started doing promo videos, hitting up studios, hitting up events, like when you I'm sure you're familiar with Jukes.
Yeah, I know Jukes. Yeah, I remember
when Jukes dropped, it was around the time of the Slicker On Life Incubator, and we were actually at the launch of Jukes. And me and Black Sugar are the two people that performed from the Incubator.
Black Sugar is from Val or
I'm not sure where. I'm not sure, but it's somewhere in Joburg.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it's from. So it was me and him that did the performances. So that's how the whole Slick On Life thing came about. For me, it was just a blessing because I actually went there to do something for KFC.
Yeah, and then something else happened. Yeah.
Slicker and something else happened. Yeah. You understand? So we just
kind of like how you kind of got into design.
Yeah, you understand. Yeah. So it was just these things, man. They're blessings in disguise. Sometimes you don't know that you're gonna be blessed. So for me, that happened, and I was blessed even more when it was like, okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get one person from the incubator. We're gonna remix the song, and we're gonna get known artists there
to jump on it, onto it,
And then it's like we're gonna shoot a video for one person. So those Flex Von Doom, Flex got a feature for his song that he did. They did a remix with PH, Black Les, and who's this third guy? His name slips my mind, man. But it was Black Les and PH, and I'm forgetting this person's name. Yeah, but when I remember it, I'll let you know. So they did that, you understand? It was like, no, since my sound is different, it was like, oh, let's shoot a video for that. And he brought
Bacardi House.
At the Bacardi House party.
Yes, yeah.
Man, and he brought in Kyle White. And I'm like, man.
And a very dope looking girls.
Like, damn.
Dope looking girls also, bro. Like your video.
No, those ones were ours.
Oh, for real?
I'm just saying. Those ones have nothing to do with Slicker.
Yeah, those are your babies there.
Those ones are ours. Yeah. So that's what happened. So we ended up doing the whole project, released it. We did a press conference. We went to Metro, went to 5FM, went to Massive Metro. We also, since I'm from Limpopo, we did Capricorn FM, me and Hopestar.
Oh, that's
Hopestar is the
was that you pushing for that, like, or was it like?
No, it was him. It was actually him.
Yeah.
But then he actually started doing research on my music, and he's like, man, this guy's already playing in the SABC stations in Limpopo. There's Mungalolone FM, there's Parapara FM, then there's Capricorn. They were already playing my music.
I want to talk about that actually, like after this, like, because I feel like you're also on top of like distribution also, and publishing and all of that. Yeah. And I think there's something that people would need to learn about publishing mostly, especially like rappers from that side, because I don't think they prioritize mostly on those type, or to even think about those types of things.
Yeah, true. So man, to cut the long story short, that's how the incubator happened. Yeah. And that's how I ended up becoming a part of that project. And for me, it was a blessing. It was a very dope journey because for once I was the rapper.
Yeah.
I
not
did
the
what
song.
I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I was just rapping, making music.
Yeah.
So,
I feel that.
Yeah, that's that with the Slicker On Life incubator. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Maybe you didn't want to like get into it, but like, where is like now how it revealed itself, like, and why Dala Fam has been quiet now ever since that time.
Oh yeah, okay, so all of this happened in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
Right? So 2018.
Video in 2018.
Yeah, the video was released in 2018.
Yeah.
But we shot it, I think it was November or December 2017 when we shot the video, but we released it, I think it was around March or April, I'm not sure. 2018, right? So we released that video and I did a tour around Pretoria. Went to Blue Room, Hatfield, went to Moloko, I did Europa, and that had nothing to do with the Slick On Life incubator. That was the plug that I already had for myself as an artist. So I connected that and I used the incubator, like, you know what, we can promote both brands, mine and the Slick On Life incubator. So we did that, like I launched my own event. Yeah. And it was successful, man. But unfortunately, January 2019, I was in a car accident.
Oh yeah.
With a very close friend of mine, and he passed away, like right there at the scene. You understand? So emotionally, I won't lie, I wasn't doing well. So that was the reason why I wasn't really.
What was your friend's name?
Zenzo.
Zenzo.
But we called him Z. Z was a rasta.
Yeah.
Some big ass dreads.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, the late Razi, he passed away that January, right? It was on the 13th of January. Then August, bro, unfortunately, my sister was in an accident.
Also,
She also passed away. You understand? So for me, music is my hiding place. That's where I go to find peace and be happy. So I couldn't do that when I was going through that. I was in so much pain, bro. Like, I won't lie. It took me a lot of sessions with my psychologist to actually recover. So I wasn't happy when I was making music because I was sad. And I'm not the type of person that makes sad music. I want to talk about my sad story, but explain to someone.
Yeah,
that,
after
you know,
you'd have to master
I
it first.
recovered from that.
Yeah, I
you
feel
understand? Like now it's 2021. I feel like I haven't fully recovered. You know, I've still got a bit.
But
of
there's certain things that you've mastered. And,
but I understand that right now I'm able to actually encourage someone who just lost someone. That, you know what, I lost a friend. And I lost a sister. But I'm here.
Still
and
pushing.
My life is okay. I'm pushing. I'm happy. So that was the reason. That was the reason why Dala Fam had been quiet for the past 2 years. So towards the end of 2018, that's when we were pushing. We're doing a whole club 808. You know, we.
I remember that. I remember when you
went to Club 808. We did performances. You know, we're doing the video tour all over Pretoria, even in Joburg. We went to Kantari. We did a lot of gigs. You understand? But then January came. I was supposed to release a project that I ended up not releasing anymore. I actually deleted that project.
Like gone.
I deleted it, like intentionally. I deleted it because I was like, you know what?
There's no trace, someone maybe your homie has it a little bit chilling there, like in an external or something.
No trace.
It's gone. It's dead.
It's gone. So I just deleted everything that I was working on, and I'm like, you know what? I want to take a break from making music until I am in a good emotional state. Because music for me is my run-to place when I want to be happy. So at that time, it wasn't making me happy because I write what's in my heart, and all the time I'd write, I'll just think about my friend, I think about my sister, and I also just gone through a very tough breakup in that year. You understand? So I went through a tough breakup after I lost my friend.
You have one of those years also, like with those years where, like shit, man.
Like 2019 was that year for me.
Mine, I think, was 2016.
Yeah, man. So I went through that. But then over time, I learned how to heal. And deal with everything that I went through. And I figured, you know what? Both these people that I've lost would actually want me to not give up. But
and carry on,
pushing.
And also keep them alive.
Exactly. You understand? So that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing right now. Because right now I'm working on an album that I'm gonna release hopefully next month. If not next month, then beginning of July. But I'm definitely working on something. I think I'm like 8 tracks in now. I was thinking of.
So you were talking about producer Sign Free is on is producing.
I've got Sign Free. Sign Free is dope. And Sign Free is actually doing the most right now.
Sign Free is too much, bro.
And Sign Free is very.
But Sign Free gives me those. Like every time he's around me, I just feel like there's a celebrity around me or some shit. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny, right? If you hang out with that guy, you're not gonna feel that way.
I've been in the same space as him. Like he was there because I like D Michaels. Now I grew up with D Michaels. So when they start working with D Michaels, you know, like there's been a couple of instances where like I see Sign Free there, but then in a way I don't know, bro. His energy just like
his energy is something else.
Because when he's there, I'm like, yo, bro,
something
like,
else.
You know,
something else.
You know,
man. So
superstar energy.
Superstar energy, and he
focus also,
thing,
bro.
He doesn't like playing. Me,
discipline wise,
I'm drinking. You know. So whenever we're in the studio, that guy's forever complaining. You guys are focusing on drinking. Is that type of guy, and he wants to make music. You understand? So
Sign Free should definitely come through to RepYourKasi.
I'll put in a record.
You know what I mean. I think he has a very dope story also, especially what they did in the Val Nah.
It sounds a dope story.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's something that happened in the vibe, bro. That boys from where I come from or around there were very instrumental in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would want to capture that story because I don't really like know it that much. I just know that like niggas had the vial, you know, on lock and like
They still do.
Yeah,
They
you know.
still do.
And like even from like that side, bruh, you know. Another rapper that also attaches to attaches to Rizla, who has, trust me, you know what I mean, the best resume that I think I can, like if I close my eyes right now and I'm like, who has a dope resume and is from that side? First person ever is Rizla, you know, and I think we need to, I think this is the second time in an interview that I mentioned him, but Rizla deserves his flowers just as much as, you know, everybody like was Sign Free and yeah, that movement. Do you feel like maybe in your designs you put in like, you know, like stories that affect your life like that, you know? Like besides being inspired, like okay, you want to do South Africa, you know, you like comics but do you feel like, you know, sometimes in your designs is like I wanna put something on that?
Yeah, like okay, right now, like the designs that my sketches right now are usually like based on like, let's say I go outside to see a nice building, architecture, right? I love architecture. So if a building looks different compared to like other buildings, it's like an idea to me. Okay, I could use that element and put it in like a sneaker when I'm sketching, right? So it's like I don't really have like things that like I have from the heart that I can express via shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like sneakers is just looking fresh, bro.
It's fun, yeah. It's supposed to be
fresh,
fun,
bro.
like
looking fresh,
yeah.
looking clean, making sure that you're confident when you're wearing them.
Yeah.
So now the designs that I'm making, basically.
Are you selling them though?
Not yet. Not yet. Haven't got the capital yet. Yo, capital is a big problem.
We need capital for Agatha. So yeah, we took a young break, you know, but what we're on is capital for the young man right here. You were saying capital is the problem.
Yeah, capital is the problem because in order for me to like make a sole for a shoe, right, cost like about like 150K, bro, to get like a machine to make one size.
Damn.
Because like what do you call it? I don't know what you can call it. The machine that you need to make the sole makes one shoe, one size, and that's it. So the rest of the shoes have to be made another machine, more machines.
So
more
for
machines.
for let's say you're making size 8,
Yeah.
you need one
So you
machine
need
to
one
make
machine
size
just
8.
for size 8 only.
Size
Yeah.
8, size 10, 9.
So those are all different machines.
So that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
So, but then where like do you think, as a designer, and for you to stay working, what would somebody that's like listening right now need to like? Oh, this is how I can help out this young man.
First of all, it's a ticket to China.
Yeah.
Like China has like all the factories that you need, materials, technology.
So China, like school wise.
Yeah, school wise,
Yeah.
it's a place where you can be creative, right? Kanye lived in China for like a year, so
Yeah.
I kind of understood that. Okay, you need to go to a place like China,
Yeah.
because that's where you get exposure, like a lot of exposure. The infrastructure there is crazy. The economic situation is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. China's like the fastest growing economy in the world right now. It's like that's the place to be.
Well, you heard it right here, man. You know, get the young man to
Gotta go to China.
Taking, yeah, somebody please.
Take
You
me
know,
to
How much?
we know you can afford it.
How much?
Yeah, I don't know.
Start there.
Yeah, but they got the money, bruh. They're buying Mercedes, they're buying C63s.
Yeah, well,
Ticket is cheap, man. Ticket is cheap.
out here.
Yeah,
You get a ticket to China, a nice place, Airbnb, straight.
yeah.
You can work from there. That's all I need right now. Capital, because I.
But okay, let's start smaller than that then. Before somebody, but then right now, what does Agatha need?
Right now, I just basically need a platform where I can display my art.
So we're talking about these shoes, like companies that are actually manufacturing shoes.
Yeah, companies like in
You
SA,
talked
right?
about Batu and we're off camera.
Yeah,
look,
Batu, Rep, approached Batu last year. We had like a little meeting with you, and it didn't go as we planned. But like, okay, I'm still applying. I'm still trying to get
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
Because that's a platform where I can use. Because like, his concept, right, is basically the same concept Nike used. There's a book called Shoe Dog. I read the book and he read the book, so I kind of understand what he's doing.
Take information, read, niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas don't read, bro.
You gotta read books, bro.
Hey, we don't like reading, bro.
Yeah.
I speak on behalf of all of us.
Yeah.
We don't like.
I think people need to read this book.
Steve Biko.
Yeah. This book, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think this is a very dope textbook for any black person who wants to understand how, first of all, your self-esteem has been an attack. You know what I mean? And the type of mentality that you're supposed to have in order to motivate yourself to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, the book is called I Write What I Like, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I do what I want.
I design what I want to design.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And if we go back to talking the chat that we had about parenting and stuff, you know what I mean, and how you're told to go to school, to go study this, you know, and you would find some, like, it's very classist, that idea, you know what I mean, because if you're born within a certain class, you're supposed to, in order for you to be successful, you're supposed to go through certain channels that people already know, you know what I mean, like you can have an uncle who was a lawyer and your mom would tell you, look at him, go be a lawyer, but you don't have an uncle who was a dope rapper, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You do not have an uncle who was a dope designer. So you know what I mean? Do what you want. He was on to something, trust me. And he, like most of these things that he wrote them while he was in varsity. Like these are just letters, like, cause they had like a what's this? No, not really journals, but you know when you're in high school and not in high school, in varsity, and kuna you JFM, you know, these platforms that students have in order for them to like just basically speak about what's going on, you know, and he addresses a lot of things, bro. Just read the book. Go buy the book, bro.
Oh, I should definitely.
Yeah.
I don't like reading, but
Gotta read.
You can get it in audio also.
Gotta read.
You can just listen. You can listen to the book.
That's confusing.
I read My Life Story by Iceberg Slim. It's pimping, you know what I mean, like, because he tells a story about being a pimp, but it's more than that, because what he talks about there is also the dynamic of like how to manipulate people, how capitalism works. And I got this from like watching Dave Chappelle's he did like a comedy special, and then he explained the book, and I was like, I need to read that, and I just got it on audiobook on YouTube. So, you know, people need to read. I like that you said that you read a book about what you're trying to do, because that shows me how much you are investing your mind into it also, not just, you know, you just doing what you're doing. Yeah,
that's the thing about books, like, they open up your mind to like little things.
You
didn't even know, like, Phil Knight is like the creator of Nike, right? You don't even know that he was like an athlete. He was just like an athlete. Didn't even win competitions, but he created like a sports brand that's like the best athlete is wearing like his sports brand, but he was not even a good athlete. I wouldn't know such things, you know, if I didn't read the book. So the book gave me a lot of knowledge, opened up my eyes, ideas, being creative, like the technology, you know, understanding like okay, this is how I have to do it in order to get to a place like Phil Knight, right? Like to get to a place like Nike. And that's like a company that I wish one day could just design a pair of sneakers for them. Nike. Because Nike is swoosh. Crazy thing about the swoosh, it was like there's a god called like
Nike.
And she's like the god of like peace. She's like
is Nike the god of peace?
I think it's the god of peace or something like that.
She's not like an act, like, I don't know, like...
No, it's like god of peace. And like in the book, how they came up with
goddess of peace.
Goddess of peace. So like when I read the book, I also found out like he didn't even have the name Nike. A friend of him came up with the name Nike. That's like crazy, because like when you come into like designing and branding,
is it like also attached to the Greek god? Like, is that the inspiration for Nike?
Like the inspiration, because like when you go into like design world, you got to understand the customer base, how you're gonna make sure that like the word Nike stays in somebody's head. When you see a swoosh, you know it's Nike. You know, something like that is something that I got from the book, and that's a lot of information that I'm using right now. I'm trying to educate myself more. Man, just keep on reading.
Man, give this kid some money, man.
Keep on reading.
It is a lot of money.
A lot of money, bro.
I think like, you know, I'm so impressed about like how much knowledge, like you're teaching me a lot like about sneakers, and you know, like people really think like it's very simple, you know what I mean? Like you don't really get people that understand the products that they buy as much as the person that's actually making them or is actually studying them. I think with producers also, you guys, because I remember PH when Makwa was like he's depressed or something, PH had to come through and like tell people that nobody cares about this shit more than the producer, because he's the one that's studying the music, he's the one that's studying how to mix, master, how you sound good, how all of that. And in a way I feel like you have that aura, bro, like that's like just a producer, you know what I mean? And I really think give him some money, like take him to China, man.
Take him to China, bro. Take him to China. You need to go to China, you need to go to Paris, cause like your luxury brands, your Louis Vuittons.
I would like, trust me now, if from here right now where you are, if by next year, bro, you are there, I would be so proud, dog. I would like shit, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure God has like big ideas that I have, so I'm just gonna leave it to God. Cause it's gonna come through, man. It's gonna come through.
Dala fam, bro.
Always comes through.
It does actually. Shout out to God, man.
Yeah, shout out to God.
Dala fam. When are we getting music, bro?
Let me just say July.
What's the idea behind this project?
The idea, now I'm trapped. But cool. The idea behind the project is I'm gonna name the project Ripfumelo. Yeah, Ripfumelo simply means faith. And I'm naming it because I've always dreamed of having a child and naming my child Ripfumelo. Just to strengthen the faith that I have in God. Because I'm a very spiritual person. I was raised in a spiritual family. And as much as people always see me drinking, doing this, doing that, you know, my relationship with God is cool. I know where I stand with my God.
You're at peace with it.
I'm at peace with it. So Ripfumelo is just for me, it was just that, you know what, I've been through a lot, as I explained why I wasn't making music. So I just want to show people that faith actually does come a long way, you know. So hence I decided to name that project Ripfumelo. So I was thinking of doing 12, 14 tracks, but I changed my mind. I'm like, let me just make it 18 songs.
18?
Yeah.
18 songs?
18 songs.
That's a lot of work.
Let me make it 18 songs. I decided to give myself a challenge because I wasn't working hard enough when it comes to the music. So I figured, because right now, every morning I wake up and I write something.
Right there, nah? Did you watch J. Cole's documentary?
Definitely.
Of Season?
That's the one thing that actually pushed me to be like, you know what, I'm not working hard enough. Hence I'm saying right now, I wake up every morning and I
write a verse,
And funny enough, I actually encountered the challenge that he was talking about in that project, because he was talking about how he would always say he's waiting for the inspiration to strike and stuff like that, but it never came. But once he started bringing the inspiration himself, writing one line, that one line, you don't know, it could open a lot of doors to so many other lines. So I waited for inspiration for so long because I write based on what's in my heart, and after what I went through, I had nothing, bro. So I couldn't write. So that documentary actually, it helped a lot. It gave me that push that I needed. That, you know what, I kind of feel like I was meant to watch this. I was meant to hear this because I needed to hear it. So that was actually cool. So it actually helped a lot, you know, in me being more serious about my music. Like I wake up every morning now and I write, even if it's 2 lines.
Artists need to start thinking like athletes, bro.
As long as I work. Because it was talking about how do you want to be a famous basketball player if
and you're not putting in the work? You're not practice every day. You need to be on. Exactly.
How are you going to be great if you don't practice? So I figured, you know what, every single day I need to do something music related. Today I was in studio. I didn't record, but I was in studio. A homie of mine was recording. I helped him out a little bit with the concepts, a couple of words.
Practice.
That's
who dropped the song again called Practice? It's AKA now.
Practice.
He has like an ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky. Was I was talking about like ASAP Rocky was just saying some shit about practice. You know what I mean?
but practice is
practice is key.
Yeah, practice is key.
And we take it for granted.
Yeah.
We take it for granted.
Especially rappers, because for you, this shit comes naturally. So you never really feel like you have to put in any effort in order for you to produce what you're producing.
But you actually do.
Yeah.
In order for it to be perfect, you do.
To get better, you
need to do it. Because with the intro, Rifumelo, it took me, I think, about a month to write that song.
Yeah.
I'd rap that verse every single day. Every single day.
Yeah.
And the chorus.
Yeah.
Until I knew it off by heart.
Yeah.
That's
and
actually
you know what it means also now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even in writing, like sometimes like you don't figure out what you said.
You need to
until you listen to it. Like you do it over and over and over again. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I started doing. I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I hear myself saying it, because normally, we write. Then when I rap, I'm gonna be looking at my phone or my book.
Yeah.
So with these songs, I decided that you know what, I'm gonna practice as much as I can. So when I go to the studio, I'm just gonna record without my phone, without my script, because I already know it off by heart.
Yeah.
So it even gets so deep to a point whereby if maybe there's a slight beat change, I change that in my head also, and I change something to do with the flow. It gives me enough time to practice so that when I actually go and record, it sounds the way that I want it to sound. You understand? Yeah.
Bro, when we were off camera, and this just popped in my head again. You because we're talking about the incubator with him, right? And then you're talking about the space that you're in right now, with your lecturer. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? Like just like how is like the attachment that you made and the link that I do, that kind of feels like that's what we're doing right now or what I'm going through. Just explain what's popping.
I could relate to that because SDA is just basically a platform where you get to SDA. So it's basically a platform where you get to know more about sneakers. Because for me it was just like, okay, I gotta look fresh. You have the nicest kicks, but there's more to that. There's an inspiration behind a single line on the shoe. Why there's so many laces. When I put my foot in the shoe, how my foot feels. That's something that I didn't know. I just wear shoes just to look fresh.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
But in terms of the space, the creative space that has been created within SDA, is it there's a couple of designers that you guys are just collaborating with, or
we're trying to collaborate with big brands. Supega right now, working with Supega, trying to customize a pair of sneakers for them. Yesterday's event was basically hosted by Supega, Cross Trainer. So when you go to Cross Trainer today, you're gonna buy a pair of shoes and you can customize them for you.
Yeah,
that's the platform that I need, because I need to get to a place where if you come and see me, I design a customized pair of shoes for you. When I drop my actual sneakers, you'll be like, okay, I know that dude. I trust them, because it's all about trust. It's all about
are we working on dropping some sneakers?
Capital, bro.
Yeah,
capital, bro. Because
I'm pretty sure you will though. We keep on practice.
Yeah. Because it's very expensive to make a shoe in SA, bro. For a design process, right? And to actually get a sample, 40K. I don't got 40K to make a sample, and samples only come in size 8. So it's it's a lot of money that I need, but I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm gonna get that money. It's gonna be sick, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really sick. But SDA exposed me to a whole lot of environment when it comes to shoes. Last year I went to, what's this place called? Urban Art. It's a company called Urban Art. They made you know it, right?
I know.
You know Urban Art, right?
Yeah.
But do you know that they had the collab with Questa? They had a pair of shoes.
Recently,
a pair of shoes. They're Questa was part of it, but the shoes are whack, bro. I don't wanna lie. The shoes are whack, bro. I don't wanna lie. Yeah, but it got me the type of exposure of knowing, okay, Questa has a shoe. Okay, that's cool. There's companies in SA that are willing to give us a shot.
Yeah.
Give us a platform to come and display our art. So yeah, man, SDA is really opening up my eyes. I feel it's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing.
It is, bro.
Yeah, when I got to Pretoria, I was not even thinking about sneaker design, bro. Legit, I wasn't thinking about sneaker design. I was just gonna focus on business management, and then hustle from there. But now I can mix the two.
Yeah.
Sneaker design, being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's like a, you know.
Entrepreneurs, That's what we're doing. That's what we did in the first episode. Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, bro.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah, we're just doing the PPPP with like the voice because we don't have. Somebody actually said we should have, but I just forgot. Like, I was supposed to get like an app, I think that does like that, and then like if I just press a button and I was like, yeah, there we go. I think we do that with Fruity Loops also.
I can literally make that for you. Send it to you on your phone.
Yeah.
Then you just play it on your phone. I almost got punched yesterday for doing that.
Really? Yo, yeah.
I was drunk.
Yeah.
And I was everywhere.
Is that Capello? Yeah.
So I was just misbehaving, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do you wanna ask him? You know, I mean, like I always, you know, at every end of, I didn't do it last episode, but because last year, it was just a movie. But this one I think is a little bit more controlled. Is there anything that you'd want to ask an OG creative that has been through most of the things that probably you still want to go through right now?
I feel like I got the kind of OG already, because Menzi Tattwa, he's been in like the sneaker industry for like 10 years plus. So it's like,
I mean, like right now, like to him, like
though, because like when he was talking about like being a producer, I was like, okay, I'm kind of a producer, right? Because I'm producing a product that I'm gonna sell to these people, right? And he's talking about like how he's working on his album and like understanding that you have to practice every single day, and like getting inspiration. For being a designer, you need inspiration, bro. You can't really just wake up in the morning and just be like, okay, I'm gonna draw a sneaker today. You need like an
so you're asking, like, instead of like this practice, like doing something every day, you're asking him where to find or like try and tap into these things.
Yeah, like how
find it easier to tap into inspiration.
Something like that, bro.
Yo, that's a tough one because I sometimes struggle with that in my industry. But one thing that I can definitely tell you is that if you're good at something and it's for you, it's definitely gonna happen. I used to tell people that one day, you know, I started making music when I was 13. I'm 27 now, turning 28 next month. I started making music when I was. We
better pull up for that birthday party, bro.
Yeah, you'll get an invite. So yeah, you understand. With that being said, the difficult thing is getting inspiration, like what we're talking about now with the J. Cole documentary. But one thing that I can tell you is that if you're passionate about something and you believe in yourself, you can definitely do it, bro. Because for me it was hard, man. It's hard writing music when people don't believe in you. It's hard trying to draw a sneaker or designing it when people don't believe that.
You feel
people
like it's
are like,
nothing,
we'll go buy Nike. You understand? People are like, we'll listen to Casper. We'll listen to Vocalist. We'll listen to who? We'll buy Adidas. You understand?
Just staying within the mainstream, basically.
There's a lot of things that contribute to that, but one thing that I can tell you is that faith, for me, faith can take you real far, and you believing in yourself, and you're gonna encounter a lot of challenges. I encountered a lot of challenges, but what I try to do is I try to make it easier for the next person that's actually coming after me. You understand? Because we are from a place where creativity is not
encouraged.
Encouraged exactly that much. They'll tell you now. They'd rather tell you to go to school, be a doctor, be a teacher, be a dentist, do this, but they'll never tell you go study music, go study design, go study this, go study that. So, like, this is our chance to, you know, open up the doors for the next generation.
For them to know that
that's coming. You understand?
From H to O.
I love what he's doing, and honestly speaking, I'd love to link up with him. Hey, before he blows up, before he blows up, and now we call him.
It's not
start picking up.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
We should definitely work on something because I would love to have my own sneaker brand. I mean, who wouldn't? It's actually dope what you were doing, and in that lane that you were in, bro. I don't think like the chances of success are slim. They actually
there's a lot of because there's not really a lot of you guys.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of people that are confident enough to do what you're doing.
Especially coming from Limpopo, bro.
Especially coming from Limpopo, man. Like, you know, man, have you been to Limpopo? You know where we're from. So I'll definitely say that. I wouldn't say I'm an OG because I look at other people and I'm like,
you are OG though, bro. I know a
lot of OG.
I'm definitely OG. Like I take that. I'm OG for real. I have a son. You know.
But okay, and from one OG to the next OG.
To the next OG.
I'd say that, you know what, just keep it going, bro. Like there are a lot of people that are gonna discourage you. A lot of people that won't believe in you. A lot of people that will be like, man, but they're ugly. You know how many times I've been told I'm whack?
For real?
A lot.
Really?
But I don't care. And I tell them that, you know what makes me happy? The fact that you actually listen to my music.
You understood. You know what? You heard me say something.
You heard what I was saying. You paid attention. So if someone comes up to you and they're like, those sneakers are ugly, man, they had to check it out. I mean, you don't just pass someone like, those sneakers are ugly without checking
without seeing them.
And you don't just look at them, you gotta check them out. Look at everything, like look at those soles, look at the shoelaces. Like you get to
know that there's always something to understand about that perspective. Okay, if I want to now sell to you, if ever I decide that I want to sell to you, you said that's whack, so maybe I should make you this. Because it's especially for creatives, it's like the next thing you create now is never gonna be what you created before. So if you didn't touch that person, you know what I mean, there's always something else that you're gonna. I know people that I was whack, bro. So even like if I listen to myself in like 2014 or something, even in 2016, Demigods and Biblical Bros, I hate that album. I hate listening to it because I feel like it was whack, you know, and I was told it's whack by somebody, but other people obviously loved it so much, you know, and were a little bit more accepting of where I was growing to be. And you can tell, like, if you listen to that and you listen to something like The Sun, which is the most recent one, you can tell the growth. And I also understand, I get that, you know what I mean? But what I can add to inspiration, or your question of where to find this inspiration, is to basically sensationalize everything that happens around you. Like, don't take it for granted. You know what I mean? If somebody calls you and says, yo bro, I just called to check up on you, you should sensationalize that, because it is a sensational moment. It's somebody, like, something in the universe happened for, you know what I mean, like you popped up in somebody's head, right? You know, and that's important. Every time you leave the house and somebody just helps you out with something, those are things, like, I think that's what inspires art. It's basically you being able to take what everybody takes for granted, and then when they hear it, as a rapper, when somebody hears it in a song, they're like, oh shit, yeah, that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I got excluded from Vits. You know, I don't know a rapper from South Africa that has been talking about it, you know, but I took that as like, this is my story, this is what happened to me. And the only way in which I can free myself from whatever ideas are around you being excluded is for me to basically be honest about what happened to me, and for me to be, and that inspires you, you know what I mean? It's basically you taking every single thing that happens in your life and make it a big deal, bro. Because it is a big deal. What happened to you changed who you are right now. You're different. I was different then. I'm a different person right now. You know what I mean? You know, so I think that's, you know, what my advice in terms of like trying to look for inspiration. You know, and usually when you're not inspired is when you're blocking out a lot of things. You know. So Dala fam, also, you know, you have some closing remarks for the young man, or a question.
no question. We definitely gotta work on that Dala fam sneaker.
Yeah.
No flop.
That's it.
Yeah.
No flop, bro.
We definitely gotta work on that,
flop.
you know.
I think that could be the last, you know what I mean, the important note, you know. We are going to hold you guys to that, the both of you.
You're gonna watch
You
it.
know.
Hey, trust.
Yeah.
If I put my mind to something,
we're
I
definitely
think
gonna hold you to that, you know what I
gonna
mean?
happen.
Yeah. And what do I say again at the end? It's a wrap.
It's
a wrap. Yeah. It's been a dope interview with Dala fam and Agatha. You know, I am specifically very proud that I actually got you to come through here because I saw you when you were young, you know what I mean? And I never in my wildest dreams would have thought okay, this is what he's gonna be doing, you know what I mean? And that's very dope, bro. You know what I mean? Dala fam on the other hand, you know, I thank you for coming through. You know, I actually feel like it's a big deal that you gave us time because I think of you as a big artist, you know what I mean?
OG.
You know. And yeah, man, RepYourKasi all the time.
H2O.
And
That's
also,
my
oh my
cousin.
god,
Don't forget.
I keep on forgetting H2O. Yeah, that's what we're rapping. H2O Gianni. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I should have said that in the beginning, but you know, we don't follow frameworks here. We just do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so that you can be able to know that okay, we just posted a video. And yeah, man, Tuesday at 4 o'clock every day. Every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, we're gonna be posting new RepYourKasi content. Oh, and there's something important that I almost forgot that I wanted to be part of, regardless of who I was interviewing. There's some fucked up shit happening in Israel, guys, and people are not really paying attention to it. And I feel like as a country, especially like South Africa, right, the only reason why we got the social justice that we got is because a lot of people started to pay attention to what was going on here, right? And what's going on in Israel, right? Like children are dying, bro. You understand? And the only reason why this carries on is because usually people forget about the conflicts that happen all over the world, right? I think we need to start talking about it, and you know, and maybe we can, you know, in one way just change the world for the better, bro. So justice for Palestine, just hashtag justice for Palestine, bro. You know, it's crazy. Like if you really like read into it, you'll realize that it's actually like if this was happening where you are from, then you would understand that, oh my, this is like, yo man, like children are dying. I don't even know how to like base like kids died, man, like regardless of everything else, like justice for Palestine, bro. Yeah, that should have been in the first part of the interview actually. But yeah, man, either way, RepYourKasi all the time, and please follow at Creature Unknown without a O because it looks like a 0 and none of us here are. Follow at Creature Unknown on Instagram and also subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Other than that, I just want to wish you a dope as Sunday because it's Sunday when we're shooting this, but I want to wish you a dope Tuesday also because that's when you're going to see this. It's a wrap now.
No, they gon' press play. Hey, you know we doing this shit like every day. Hey, two-faced in my back, you got something.